Third grade ELA text set 10, honoring traditions. Why are traditions important? Alright. Written by Deanna Cohen and illustrated by Yumi. Look at the boy on the cover. What do you think he is doing? Do you think the boy on the cover is Crane Boy? So this story takes place in a country called Bhutan. It's a very small country. The story is about a boy named Kinga who loves black-necked cranes. Let's read to find out if he's Crane Boy, and if so, why. I look out of my classroom window and shout, "Look, the cranes!" My teacher sighs, "Kinga, that's only a flock of crows." Another day I see black specks in the sky, the cranes. My friend Pima laughs and says, "They're pigeons, Kinga." Day after day I wait for the birds we call trong trong, with their long necks and their loud squawking calls. "They're here," I shout. Pima says, "Yes, I see them too." Everyone runs to the windows. So the main character's name is Kinga. Look carefully at the illustration. Which one is he? How can you tell? What do we know about him so far? The cranes circle the golden roof of the monastery where monks chant prayers for the well-being of all living things. They fly over the crane center where Kato works. He is called the caretaker of the cranes. Kato tells us about these birds that they have visited Bhutan for thousands of years. Long ago, many more cranes came to our valley, but this year we counted only 203. He says his eyes are sad, but the more we learn to care for them, the more we can help their numbers grow. To protect the cranes, we preserve our wetlands so they have enough to eat, Kato says, but we need to find more ways to help them, for they are our sisters and brothers. What can I do to help? So what do you think? Who do you think is saying, "What can I do to help," and why? That night, I tell my family about Kato and the cranes. Grandmother says, "Trong Trong, bring us good luck for our crops." For hundreds of years, Mother says, artists have painted them on the walls of our houses and monasteries. Father finishes his buttered tea and says, "The cranes bring strength to those who love archery." I want to be the great archer like my father. At the village archery contest, he pulls back his bow until just the right moment, then lets the string go. Zing! When his arrow hits the target over 400 feet away, his team celebrates with a dance. They each stand on the one leg, then turn and jump up and down, just like the cranes. Woohoo! They sing, thanking the cranes that have flown so far to bring the archers strength and good luck. Maybe there's a way I could help the cranes. Okay, so Kingo has an idea to help the cranes. What do you think it might be? The next day I asked my class if people come to our archery contest and to our festivals to see the monks dance, would they also come to a festival to see us dance for the cranes? Their faces shine yes. Our teacher says we must ask the monks for permission because all festivals are held in their courtyards. Kazuzangpo La. We sang greeting the monks. Can you help us make a new festival with a dance for the cranes? A monk named Sengay says, our dances have been performed the same way for centuries and each one takes hours of practice. He says our disappointment and his face slowly breaks into a smile. Dancing to tell stories is part of our tradition, he says, but before we can help you make a crane dance, you must watch the birds and learn from them. We watch a crane standing on one leg, holding as still as a day with no wind. When I try to balance on one leg, I wobble and fall down. A crane throws back her head with her beak to the sun. Her black head has a spot of orange-red, the same color as the polished coral bead my mother wears around her neck to keep her safe. When the cranes bow down, jump up and flap their wings, I do the same. What if I had wings? Pima laughs and joins me, flapping her arms. Pima, I say, the cranes are almost as tall as we are. When we show the monks our crane movements, Sangay says, "You are now ready to learn some dance secrets." The monks show us how to turn and spin on one leg and then the other. It's hard. I get so dizzy I have to sit down. Every day we practice. One afternoon, Sangay says, we sent invitations for the crane festival to every village in Bhutan. The morning of the festival, hundreds of people come in their finest clothes. The monks appear first in brilliant yellow silk costumes with animal masks on their heads. They dance barefoot, leaping, swirling, and beating their drums. Now it's our turn. When the crumbles sound, we walk to the center of the courtyard. What if I get dizzy and fall? What if I turn the wrong way and bump into Pima? I'm afraid I'll let everyone down. I listen to the music and wave my arms like wings, but up and down. I throw my head back and look at the sky. I imagine flying. I balance on one leg, then spin in the circle with all the other dancers, turning and turning until I spiral up and up, lifted by the same air currents that lift the cranes. I swirl higher and higher into the air until I float down to feel the ground beneath me. So what do you think happened here? It looks like Kinga really feels like a crane. After the dances are over, we are surrounded by family and friends. Mother says, "Kinga, I will call you Crane Boy." Kadu says, "Trong Trong, are your true sisters and brothers?" Then the guest of honor, the King of Bhutan, says, "You have given our country a new festival. From now on, we will honor the cranes with your dances." So this is where the name Crane Boy comes from. It sounds like the festival and the crane dance were a success. What do you think? When the day grows warm, the cranes return to their summer home in Tibet. There they will build their nests, lay their eggs, and have their babies. I chant praise for their well-being, as well as I watch them fly away until they are just little black specks in the sky. Months will pass before I see the cranes again. I will be taller. When they return, I'll help Kato count them. I know there will be more. Until then, I will practice turning and spinning so I can dance for them at the next festival of the cranes. So this is where Bhutan is. Kind of right next to, below China, next to Nepal.